capitalism such a negative word? Hey, what's up, Facebook? We're live. Mind Your Business is live. I'm kind of crazy this morning. Just rolled in, but waiting on my people to show up so that we can figure out here, what does capitalism look like? Why is there a negative connotation? For me, it's 2018. I don't really feel that, I feel that there's obviously ample opportunity for all of us to make money, to generate income, to create wealth, essentially generational wealth for our families. And capitalism is one of those ways that we can do that. Let's see here. Who we got? Hey, Dee. Hey, Henry. I just want to talk about why. Do you guys have any? I'm taking calls. I'm taking questions, feedback. This is an interactive show. I don't want to just sit here and talk to myself. But do you guys understand or know why capitalism gets such a bad rap, especially here in 2018, when everybody has the opportunity to get ahead, to educate themselves, to essentially be a better person? Hey, pick sideways. Let me see. I don't know how to fix this thing here. Somebody just told me that it is sideways. I gotta try to see how I can get this structured right. 1 second here. I don't know. Is it still sideways? Is it still sideways? Let me know. I'm trying to fix it. But yeah, I mean, it's 2018. I was talking with my mentor. As you guys know, I work with the Ameriprise Wealth Management firm. I'm in the financial services arena. Essentially, what financial services is anything financial. So life insurance, annuities, portfolios, IRAs, 401ks, portfolio management, simple IRAs, stocks, bonds. And so that's the arena that I'm in. I'm learning a lot of great information on how to, manage your money through financial services, how to build a portfolio, how to pick different stocks. Right now, my mentor, Ken Edwins and Associates, he's actually focused on impact investing. So if you guys don't know about impact investing, it's still sideways. If you guys don't know about impact investing, essentially, it's same as conscious capitalism. It's making sure you put your money, somewhere where you know that it's going to make an impact. Supporting companies that support the same ideals and the same things that you want. So when I was in college, essentially, I did a paper on Burt Bees. I'm not sure you guys are all familiar with Burt Bees, right? They are the chapstick, company or whatever. They have oils, shampoos, lotions, and they have the triple bottom line, which is social. What else is it? Obviously, environment and doing better for the world. And I really like that concept because as we're making money and we're trying to figure out where we want to put our money and where we want to invest at, those are things that we should think about. Who are the companies and the corporations that are doing the best for the environment? Do you guys all remember the BP oil spill? Thanks, Sharon. That happened a few years ago or whatnot, where pretty much one of those oil companies, something happened and they spilled into the ocean, and obviously that affects our food supply. Anything that we're eating out of the water, fish, affects our environment. Things are going into the air, and so we have to think about the companies and what they're doing. Are we going to put our money with companies that are going to take care of the environment? Are we going to put our money with companies that are going to do great things for society? And so essentially that's what impact investing is about, conscious capitalism, things like that. So I just want to get some feedback. I have some watchers, want some questions. What do you guys think about capitalism? Do you still feel it's like something negative? Do you feel that it's something that you can achieve? Being here in America, we're young. Our culture has a history of being oppressed through the society. And so I just want to get some understanding around what you guys think that means. I don't think, capitalism is negative, just for the fact that it is 2018 and we have the ability and the opportunity. Video is sideways. I don't know how to turn it around. Let me see here. Maybe it's not sideways anymore. Okay, here we go. Hey guys, hey Francis, thank you for letting me know. Hey Keith, but yeah, I just want to get some feedback from you guys. What do you guys think about about capitalism, about conscious capitalism? I just want to get some feedback in regards to that. I'm hearing a lot of different thought processes around that, what people feel is good or bad, and we just want to know that in society, and even this day and age, 2018, we have the opportunity to create our own life, create our own dreams, do the things that we want to do for our family. It's no better time than now to educate ourselves. You know, with the internet, technology at our fingertips, we can learn and pretty much do about anything. Thanks. We can learn and pretty much do about anything here. So I just want to get you guys' take. Let's see here. Thanks, Keith. Yeah, I mean, I just want to know what you guys think about this, because we're in the opportunity age, right? Anything can happen for us. Anybody that we meet may be able to put us in a position where we can win. There's just so much opportunity out here. So I just want to get feedback on what you guys think about capitalism. You know, making money, generating wealth for your family. I'm all about it. Being in financial services for the last 4 years, I've just learned so much. Obviously, coming from background where, you know, my parents weren't entrepreneurs. You know, they worked corporate America, and they just worked. You know, my dad was in the military. No desire or dream of owning anything himself. I'm all about ownership. I'm all about creating something, being innovative. I've always been that way. I had Dr. Will on here last week, and he was saying how he started entrepreneurship at the age of 7. So my entrepreneurship kicked in at age 13. I'm not sure if any of you guys remember, but Babysitters Club was around. I was reading all the Babysitters Club's books, and that gave me an idea to start my own Babysitters Club. I lived in an apartment complex with over like 100 units, and that inspired me to create a sign, put it in the laundry room, and see if anybody needed my services. And I was in business. Me and a couple of my friends, they're still here. I have some friends on Facebook that I grew up with, and we babysat together. Pretty much we just, whoever was available, hey, can you watch the kids on Thursday? Do you have availability for this day? And that was the beginning of my entrepreneurship. Basically creating a service or offering and letting people know that I was there. How is conscious business different from a traditional business? I would just say that you know, being conscious, like spending your dollars wisely. You know, a lot of people who are in business, they're really just in business, you know, maybe just for themselves, right? They want to impact their family. They want to make more money for their family, or maybe they just want to make more money. They really don't have any real true need or desire to do anything conscious to make an impact in society. You know, I feel like, you know, to more is given, more is required. And so as I grow and I acquire more wealth, I want to be able to give back to the community and make sure that I'm creating a society that is going to be better for my children's and my children's children. So that's what I think. What do you think, Keith? I agree. We have an awakening stage. Say what? I create my own life. Heck yes. Monique, that's my girl. We've known each other since the 7th grade, and you know, we have the ability to create anything that we want. Nobody's holding us back. If you want to go learn, if you want to go get a trade, if you want to go get an education, we have the opportunity to do just that. How do you recognize a conscious culture? I would think that recognizing a conscious culture is by the acts of people, right? When people are consciously giving to others, you know, doing upon others as you would have them do unto you. Essentially just making sure that we are creating a society where people are giving. You know, we're creating a society where people are seeing change and we're seeing developments here. Creating a society where, you know, people talk to each other. You know, we still walk by each other and don't say anything. People have their head down. They're not looking at each other in the face. People are staring at their phones all day. People are on their tablets. Being in business for me, I definitely do not want to lose a personal touch. Essentially being with Ameriprise, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to work with them, is because they have a face-to-face business structure where we don't do business over the phone. You come into our office, we meet with you, you get to see us, we get to see you. Where I know a lot of different companies such as Edward Jones, Vanguard, you know, they do a lot of their business on the phone. So you don't even get to see your advisor. You don't get to see anybody that's managing your money. I don't really feel comfortable with that. I feel that as society grows and we do become more technology dependent, that we should definitely still keep the face-to-face relationship building technique. I feel that is one way to build trust. That's one way to continue to build solid, good relationships with each other. So that's one reason why I got with Ameriprise, just for the fact that we can, you know, we are I want to say, one of the few companies that are still doing face-to-face business. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Keith. It is not a strategy or a business model. It is a comprehensive philosophy of doing business. It's basically being aware. It's basically taking your dollars, reinvesting them into the community, putting them into products and different companies that are doing good for the environment and for the people. We know a lot of times, I know everybody's familiar with the school to jail system or whatnot, and people are investing in jails right now. You know what I mean? Investing in jails, we don't want to, I mean, why would we want to invest in a society where they're just basically sending our kids from high school to jail? You know, that doesn't give us a society of people who are great citizens doing great work. Let's see. Ali says there are aspects to capitalism that have merits, but in this system, which is largely ruled by our former oppressors, those that have the power have no conscience and go to extreme lengths to make sure, to make profits. Business put profits over people, and it has a disastrous effects on those that don't have the power to protect themselves. No, you're definitely right, Ali. I'm definitely not in agreement with that, but as we grow and as we can take the reins for ourselves, we can change that narrative. We don't have to be the ones that are doing profits over people. You know, we can definitely be the change that we wish to see. I'm always for lead by example. That's what Connect the Dots is about. You guys know I've created a platform, marketing platform for entrepreneurs to get out there, to expose yourself, to educate others on your industry, your business acumen, business ethics, and essentially we have to be the change that we wish to see. If we want things to change, we have to implement those changes. We can no longer sit back and continue to let people tell us how we need to live. You know, we need to be the ones to take a stand, lead by example, and be the change agents. I, for one, am somebody that never been a follower, never been someone to, you know, go along with the crowd. And so essentially, I'm here to create change. I don't want to see anything the way that it was 20, 30, 40 years ago. I want to be an innovator. I hope we have other innovators in the building or even in society that want to see change. And in order to do that, we have to educate ourselves. You know, a lot of people don't even read anymore. We don't even know what's going on in society. So how can we create change if we're not even being aware? You know, that's part of creating a change. Has to be systematic. People are greedy by nature. What's that one saying? Basically, money, the more money you make, or more problems, or either money amplifies who you are, whether you're bad or good. I definitely feel that that is true. You never know when people, you know, get money. You just, all you can do is, what's the Bible verse? You know their fruits by what they bring. Matt, you're so crazy. Yeah, I mean, all I can say is that, you know, obviously everybody wants to create more income for themselves because either they want nice things, they want to have, you know, a better way of life for their family. Maybe they want to create something different from what they grew up with. You know, they want to have different patterns and opportunity to be able to create a better life for their family. A lot of people are focused on, you know, just themselves and their families, and that's okay. I feel that if you can focus on yourself and your family, that gives you a platform to create the change through your family for society. Like I was having a conversation last night, you know, there's a difference between being, you know, selfish for a cause and selfish just to get over on someone. I think a lot of people take selfishness in the wrong regard, in a negative connotation. I don't think that it's selfish to, you know, take time for yourself, right? Make sure that you're the best person that you can be for your family. Make sure that you're the best person that you can be for society. If you're always giving of yourself to others, how are you making sure that you're fulfilled and that you're able to be the best for your family or for others? So I think a lot of times, you know, people are selfish for the wrong reasons. What do you guys think about that? I noticed that people, you know, when they think of people being selfish, it's because they want to hold on to something or they don't want to give to somebody, right? But then we have people who are think they're being selfless, right? And they're just giving and giving and giving, depleting of themselves, depleting of their family's resources. And then in the end, we have those people who pretty much are the ones that end up blowing up. They go postal, so to speak. You know, they just can't take it anymore. So I definitely feel like, you know, there are different, you know, connotations to, you know, being selfish and being selfless. And definitely balance is key, you know, being able to balance life. A lot of people have a huge problem with that. You know, we're in a fast-paced society. We're trying to keep up with the Joneses a lot of the times. And we really just have to create, like you're saying here, balance. You know, I just told my son the other day, moderation. He likes to eat candy. He's 9, right? And I'm like, look, you can't just be sitting around eating candy all day. He doesn't know what moderation is, but I used it in a sentence to give him, you know, an idea of what that means. You don't have to eat candy all day. You don't have to watch TV all day. You don't have to, you know, listen to or be around negativity all day. You know, sometimes we just have to be able to be aware and make, you know, educated decisions for ourselves. What is feeding our soul? What is really providing true growth for us? You know, we kind of get stuck in these patterns, or we get stuck in these situations, you know, from, you know, growing up, being around certain friends. And we just kind of keep doing the same narrative over and over and over again, not realizing that it may be destructive. It may be something that we need to change, but it's normal to us at this point now, right? Because it's something that we've been experiencing and doing for so long. So, you know, just having these conversations, I think having conversations is essential. You know, being able to communicate with others without tearing each other down, without having a negative impact is very crucial to our growth in society. That's why I'm all about face-to-face business. You know, there can be lost translation when you're not looking someone in the face, right? You can't see their facial expressions. You can't look them in the eye, see if they're telling the truth. So, you know, these are all components that I want to bring back in business so that we can be better business owners and entrepreneurs and do the right thing for, you know, our families. Who else is on here? Hey, Cuz. Hey, Rochelle. Let's see here. What about outsourcing? Keith, what do you mean by outsourcing? Outsourcing as far as employment? What do you mean by outsourcing? Anybody have anything to add on that? Get some clarity. All right, well, I want to continue talking about these terms, these financial terms. Hey, Sophia, seeing how we can better understand each other as a culture, as a network, so that we can continue to do great things with each other. To do great things is to understand one another, I believe. And that's something that we all definitely need to continue to work on as we grow in the society, as we grow as people, as we grow as a community. You know, one thing that I've noticed is that there is no, if we don't have any unity, there is no community. So that's definitely something that we want to continue to work on here. Let's see. I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. You know, Mind Your Business is taking off. Connect the Dots is taking off. If you guys don't know, I launched Connect the Dots a couple weeks ago. It's a networking platform specifically targeted to entrepreneurs and consumers. As you know, entrepreneurs are consumers as well. So it's for everybody. Everybody can come and meet someone who may be able to help them with their business or whatever a need is that they may have. I know someone connected last week and they posted about it where they met somebody who fixed cars. You know, he's an entrepreneur looking to get his business off the ground. That was somebody who is also an entrepreneur, but a consumer as well, and needed car service. So they met, connected, did business. You know, those are the type of things that I want to see. Those are the type of things that I want to bring forth so that we can all know who's who and who's doing what here in the Valley. Also, I was mentioning earlier about your life is your business. A lot of times, if we ran our life like we ran our business and simultaneously, I think we could definitely, obviously, see radical changes and make a difference. Let's see. Well, in my experience, outsourcing with conscious business is very different. Customers are increasingly aware that there are good ways and bad ways to lower costs. Conscious businesses lower their costs and offer attractive prices to customers by limiting wasteful spending, not by squeezing their employees, or suppliers. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, there's always going to be people who are trying to cut costs. I mean, that's what everybody's trying to do. You know, they're trying to make sure that they're not overspending or they're not spending, unwisely, essentially. So everybody's always trying to find a way to reduce their expenses. I mean, even in your personal life as a consumer, you know, you should be always trying to find a way to, you know, cut costs and reduce your expenses. You just don't want that to be at the expense of others, right? I think that that's what being conscious is all about, making sure that the things that you're doing are not at the expense of other people. Making sure that making sure that if you are cutting costs, if you are cutting expenses or trying to reduce your expenses, that it's not going to impact anyone else negatively. I think those are all things that we should be focusing on and kept at the forefront. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and go on a small little break here. You guys are listening to Mind Your Business on Support District Radio. I'm your host, Shasta Broaddus. Stay tuned in. I'm going to keep taking questions from the crowd on Facebook, seeing what we can talk about here. I might even take some calls. I told some of my constituents to call in so that we can have this conversation. Talk about, you know, conscious capitalism, talk about your life as your business, and talk about how you can make a change in the world. You know, it all starts within us. A lot of people are looking for someone else to take the lead or be a leader. And honestly, this is something that we all can do if we want to go ahead and get to the next level. So keep tuning in. I'll be back.